Well, g'day, Flatties and reality defenders. This is the legendary Critical Think from Down Under. Thank you. And today is the 3 or maybe 6 Bitcoin challenge, day 11. Oh, we're getting very close to the end. Let's hear what Dave has to say today.
I'm offering 3 Bitcoins if they take my challenge. They have to watch the daily video every day for 2 weeks. At the end of the 2 weeks, if they have a glow proof, they win 3 Bitcoins. That's not 300 grand.
Yeah. It's very simple, isn't it? So here we are, day 11. And the featured video for today is about external fuel tank versus man. This one here, Space Shuttle Exposed. And this video is proof that flat earthers are mindless, brainwashed sheep that cannot or refuse to fact check and refuse to do their own research. Before we get into it, housekeeping, please like and subscribe. Got to get the subs count up. And if you would like to donate to the GoFundMe, I would really appreciate it. And thank you to those that have already donated so that I can get some of my money back from the trip to Antarctica that I paid a lot of money for. That would be great. And the link to the final experiments is in the description. This link will become more useful as time goes by. The video is very deceiving as usual. It says, what free falls faster? Well, the terminal velocity is fairly constant, so this is not such a good question. But the way it's dealt with here is what they call that? False equivalence. This video is a complete balls up, and I'll show you how. So let's just play a little bit now and we'll get into it. I've turned off the music. So this has no sound, there's no talking. They're going to compare an external fuel tank, which has come from the space shuttle, and a man. Right, okay, so far, so good. Right, 250-pound man. The man looks like being Felix Baumgartner. He's up in a balloon and he jumps out. You see that the Earth is stationary below him. So he's more or less geostationary. And now they say a 58,000-pound steel tank. So what's different? Yes. So you notice how this one has a lateral velocity. So it's not being dropped from a balloon. So you can tell immediately this is not the same situation. So that's the false equivalence. Now, Dave did link the source video in his description, but that source video has since disappeared. So I managed to find the source video. So that's this one, Endeavour's external tank falls away. So I've stopped Dave's video at a particular frame and I've found almost the same frame there in the other video, so that's confirmed that that's the same video. So you always need to look at the source video. The source video says, handheld camera footage of Space Shuttle Endeavour's external tank captured by the orbiter's STS-134 crew as the ET falls away from the orbiter at main engine cut-off. That's about 8.5 minutes after launch. Right. So they're a little bit higher than a balloon. So again, I asked my research assistant, how high would the space shuttle have been 8.5 minutes after launch? And the ChatGPT says about 128 kilometres. And then this is around the time when main engine cut-off occurs, signalling the end of the shuttle's powered ascent. I guess they won't need that external fuel tank anymore, and I guess they could drop it. At this point, the shuttle would be in low Earth orbit. Oh, just a little bit higher than a balloon, I would suggest, and travelling at 17,500 miles an hour or 28,000 kilometres an hour. Oh, sorry, that's probably too big a speed for the Flatties to comprehend. But anyway, that's what it is, and you can see that the fuel tank is in orbit. It's travelling at 28,000 kilometres an hour. So it's not the same thing as a man jumping out of a balloon. Far from it. It has a very high lateral velocity. So let's look at this NASA video, and you'll see why Dave didn't actually play the whole lot. He cherry-picked a bit out of it. So
great, thanks.
Here we are. You can see soon.
The downlink video is up again, and so now we're seeing some more of that video of the external tank shot by Mike Fink after Endeavour's orbit.
So if David played this, you might get an idea that this is actually in orbit rather than like a balloon in the sky, and there was the inside of the space shuttle and the curve of the Earth. So Dave's committing that stolen concept fallacy here again, as this is a clip from space, right? They're up in space. Remember, space shuttles don't go to space according to Flat Earth, and the Earth's not curved like you see there. So they would say that this footage was faked, but then they're using it to make a point. So that's the kind of numpty that Flat Earthers engage in, and their followers, they just follow blindly and just believe everything, don't fact check. If they had a thinking brain of their own, they'd realise that, something is wrong here. Something is wrong. Anyway, carry on.
Earlier this morning.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Right, you get the idea with that. So this thing's hurtling through space. It's falling away, yes it is, but it's mainly in orbit. And when you're in orbit, the rate of fall is almost matched. So it would be falling away very slowly because it has centrifugal force operating on it as well. So the person filming this would not see it drop away very fast because it's just got a slight decrease in speed from the space shuttle, and it would fall slowly relative to the space shuttle. Back to Dave's video. And they say, does this look like 29? Well, actually, I have to say, well, yes, it looks like 29 tons of steel, not quite free falling. It's in orbit, just falling gently out of orbit. So, no, it's not a picture of something free falling. It's just falling out of orbit slowly. You see how fast it's moving across the ground, or across the sky actually, because you can't see the ground. The ground is too far away. No, the cameraman is not. The cameraman is in the space shuttle. Didn't you see that? Right? Didn't you see that? Did you miss? Oh, you forgot to put that part in. That's right. Oh, nobody gets to see that because they don't do their own research. They only see what you show them. Got it. So, yeah, that's pretty good. I like the camera work. How did he manage to keep that in the frame like that? That's pretty good. Now here comes the clincher. Now, you may not realise it yet, but Dave is trying to insinuate that blimp and this fuel tank are one and the same, meaning that the fuel tank is just a blimp. So my question is, if it's really a blimp, how did it get to be in orbit? I thought blimps floated in the atmosphere. How did this one get so high, and how did it get to be moving at 28,000 kilometres an hour? Oh, you didn't explain that, did you? No. So the rest of the video is all about trying to say that that fuel tank is a blimp. So for the reasons I've already described, for starters, look how fast that fuel tank is going. This is a blimp. No! No blimp ever goes that fast. No, it's not a blimp. Look how fast it's travelling over the clouds. Yeah, oh yeah, okay, I agree. That one is a blimp. But trying to make those two seem the same is pretty darn silly, right? Really, really silly. So there's nothing much else to see in this video other than try to pass off a fuel tank as a blimp. A dismal failure at that. But no worries. All the flat earthers who watch this, they will believe what they're told and they won't fact check. And everybody will feel comfortable inside because flat earth has been proven once again somehow just by showing a fuel tank and a blimp and then just saying, oh, the fuel tank is a blimp. Right, okay, got it. These flat earthers are really intelligent, aren't they? Anyway, that's probably all we need to worry about with that video. So that's wonderful. That will be it for today. Thank you very much, and we'll see you tomorrow.